Thank you. I gotta do a costume change real quick. All right, there's half of it. Oh, thank you. So this second one is a poem by a man who actually walked out of a hotel bathroom in his underwear one time just to fuck with me. The dude is completely straight. Derrick Brown, and it's called The Demon's First Date. I was so nervous. I talked about glacial disasters and owls attacking the great part of her eyeballs. They were so lovely I wanted to hard-boil them. She told me sweetness didn't sit well with her, so she puked into my glass of ox blood and it looked like clams. So we toasted. Here's to our brothers in heaven. May they understand why we exist. To us! She leaned over hard and kissed my mud-black tongue. Our mouths bashed sparks like the metal salmon that charged up the river Styx. So I jammed a fork in her eye. And she went to pierce her poison fingernails into my chest and pull out my heart and nibble on it. But as she reached into my ribs, she pulled out a pet rock, which is something I usually do at parties. And it had written on it, "Look up. Molotov cockatiel soared overhead, wings ablaze, shedding ash, which fell in the shape of Cupid's arrow." And as she pulled up her eagle skin dress to defecate on it, I felt like she could be the one. I walked her home, tried to push her down a well, but as she lost her balance, she grabbed my warty hand and dragged me down the hole with her. We fell forever. We landed in hell's sewer, which even for us is pretty bad. Crisp crocodiles snapped at our ankles, and we kicked lava puddles at each other. I pretended like I was going to throw her into their path until she ran at them, howling like a pack of stabbed Dobermans. She ripped their jaws clean from their head, and she gave two to me and said, "I hope you like bookends." I felt so wanted. I cried kitty cat piss. I don't own any books, except for a controversial one by Salman Rushdie. I wanted to take her to the movies to see Rosemary's Baby. The orange clouds drizzled down embers that night. She held out her tongue and I touched her fangs, and goosebumps ran down her oozing, imperfect thighs. I care for you so much, I'd be willing to be nice for an hour. Maybe even carry someone's groceries or not hurt children. I've never said that before. I really wanted to tell her how much I hated her, but I didn't want to scare her away. The feeling nagged at me as if the Antichrist was gestating hope into my abdomen. I ran my hand across her horns until she fell into a deep sleep, and I made love to her. I'm a demon! I touched the torch in her esophagus. A storm of sledgehammers slid through thunder, and I caught one for her and placed it up in her womb so she could feel like I was always with her. And I dragged her to a pile of recycled skulls and beat one into a heart shape. And she said, "What is that?" "It's the human symbol for needing someone." She bit into it like a Bavarian pretzel and laughed. Another damned kiss, and she passed white pieces into my mouth. Communion. Wolves made of syringes followed us in wonder. We kicked them in the needles and ran home, knocking over every newspaper stand, claw in claw, as warm halcyon splashed the shores of hell's ocean. Derrick Brown.